Greetings, 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 royal family. Happy Saturday morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Morning Boogie with me, Royal B. Well, it's morning for some of you, but where I'm located, it's afternoon. I am on the East Coast, and it's Eastern Standard Time where I'm located. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday morning. I know I am. I had to push this live back twice because I almost burnt my biscuits, y'all. Making breakfast, listening to music, got distracted, almost burnt my mama's biscuits. Anyway, so if you are just tuning in, make sure you hit the like button on your way into the live and drop a comment. Let me know that you are alive and well. Hit me with a greetings. Hit me with a good morning if it's morning where you're located. Just hit me. Let me know if the sound is good, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know. I did some alterations to this microphone, so it looks like I'm getting ready to be in the studio. So I don't know if this little mesh thing that goes over the microphone is working. I don't know if my sound sounds muffled. I don't know. Let me know. So we got a couple of things to discuss. Monique and Friends. I did watch last night. Also, I wanted to touch on Power. The series finale is going to be airing at midnight. I say tonight, but midnight. I watch it at midnight. So just wanted to talk about that. And Jeanette, greetings. I know last time I had the microphone plugged into the wrong outlet. It was a hot mess. Hey, Miss Dixon, Donna Dixon. So you're in VA. So you're on East Coast time like me. Yeah, it's noon here. At a little bit, couple of minutes after noon. So I know I try to be conscious of the people who live in different time zones. My sister lives in California. My sisters, not biological, but we're close. That's like my second family. So they live on the West Coast. I know a couple of my other royal family members live on the West Coast. So I try to be conscious of that, give everybody an opportunity to be able to tune in live. So thank you for joining. All right. Y'all ready to get into it, or you want me to wait until a couple more people roll in? I'm listening on my phone with my wireless headphones. It sounds clear. There's like this little mesh thing that goes over the microphone that I put on yesterday. So it looks all professional and whatnot. All right. So did you guys watch Monique and Friends? I think I was pretty much promoting I was promoting this for like a month now. I did like my Royal Culture podcast, which is like a podcast style video. Those upload every Wednesday. I try to get those up every Wednesday. I talked about it there. I talked about it yesterday on the What the Friday show. That's a weekly show. And I talked about it when the deal, like Monique first struck this deal. So I wanted to talk about it or remind everybody to watch it because I wanted us to watch like together and then, discuss it or whatever. So did you guys get an opportunity to, oh, Anjanette, you're in ATL? Hey, yeah, it's 12 where I am. I'm on the East Coast too. How is it in Atlanta? I mean, we see I don't know. Sometimes the media doesn't give a positive representation of Atlanta. Sometimes they do. I've never been to Atlanta, believe it or not. I have been to Georgia. I visited Georgia, but not the city of Atlanta. But it gets cold in Atlanta, like 30 degrees, right? Sometimes. Oh, no, I can't do the cold. Even though I'm a Jersey girl, I hate it. I hate the winter months. You didn't watch? A lot of people said that they weren't interested. A couple of people said that they weren't interested. So they said that they would just wait for my review. I mean, I wanted to support it because I do like Monique. But I'm going to tell you, I had my, I guess I had my, what do you call it? Like assumptions before even watching. Like I knew okay, what to expect. And I'm going to say that I was right. All right, let's get into it. What? It was snowing? Oh, God. Ooh, the word snow makes me itch. Like I said, I'm from Jersey, so we had some brutal winters growing up over the year. I remember the blizzard from, was it 94 or 93? We were out of school for like a week. Oh, anyway, I'm getting anxiety just I don't like the winter months. I don't like snow. I don't like cold. Anything below 75 is cold for me. If it's like 70, 72, that's like, you know, I ain't feeling that. Um, all right, let me get straight into it. Don't think that I'm ignoring your comments, y'all. I'm looking at the comments from my phone, and there's a delay with the actual StreamYard app. But anyway, all right. So those of you who are just joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna get straight into it. Like I said, Monique and Friends live from Atlanta. The special premiered yesterday, Friday, February 7th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Showtime. So, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. Um, I'm not gonna say it was bad. All right, it wasn't bad. I'm gonna be fair, and I mean, when it comes to comedy, I can be a little bit of a snob, but it wasn't bad. So for those of you who did not watch it, let me just get started. All right. So Monique, first and foremost, Auntie Monique looked great from head to toe. She looked amazing. Her energy and her stage presence, they both were on through the roof. Okay. They were in Atlanta and the crowd was real hype. Like you can tell that the crowd was very excited to see her. They kept shouting from the audience, "You look good, Mo. You look good. We love you." She looked great. The audience, the vibe was good. Everybody, the energy was real good. The stage looked nice. And Monique did have a requirement that her and friends, like the people who she brought out throughout the show, be like dressed, nicely. Like she wanted to give fashions, so everyone looked great. Everyone came out looking nice and clean and crisp. So the whole atmosphere was real classy. Not the language though, but real nice. So she okay. I'm trying I'm trying not to be too goofy, and I'm not shading anybody because there's no shade. This is just my takeaways. Now, in her bit, right, the special was an hour long. And if you guys saw what I've been saying about this before this aired, if it's an hour long, that means that Monique is not going to have a long bit. Neither were the other comedians. I was right. That just makes sense. So she came across in her little, her little bit. She came across as like a motivational speaker that curses every other word. Like that's what we expect. We know there was going to be profanity. It's on Showtime, so I expected that. But every other word, Lord, Um, and after I think it was like the 22nd time of her saying the B word, I just stopped counting. I did. It was like B. I was like, okay, girl, you running. Auntie, you running this B word into the ground. And I think I counted either 22, 21 or 22. But after the 22nd time, I just stopped counting. Now, in her bit, she did say that Showtime approached her and said that they wanted to give her a special and they want her to bring some friends. Just as I speculated, I was right, you know? So to me, Showtime approaching her in that way, if Monique is telling the truth, I don't think she's lying when she said that, but she had this in her stand-up routine talking about how Showtime approached her. So that basically means that Showtime might not have felt that Auntie Mo could carry a stand-up special all by herself. And I said this also. Yikes. I mean, I always thought that it was a good opportunity for her, because we wanted to see Monique back on the stage. Those of us who are just fans of her personality and some of her past works. But Showtime approaching you saying, bring some of your friends with you or whatever, or people that you rock with. Like I said, I'm sure they put up a lot of money. Um, and they wanted to make sure they got a return on their investment. And I also stated that regardless if people rock with Monique or not, regardless if people hated it or loved it, they're gonna get ratings. I did say that. So, and I'm sure they did. I haven't checked. You know what I didn't do? I didn't check to see what the ratings were. But then again, it premiered Friday, so they're probably gonna like calculate everything over the weekend. So by Monday, I'll make a note for myself by Monday to see yeah, I'll probably make a note by Monday to see what the views were like. But people are gonna tune in anyway. Like I said, her haters are gonna tune in. The people that love her are gonna tune in. Regardless, they're going to tune in to see what Monique is given, whether it be for support or just to like, laugh at her. Not necessarily her jokes, but whatever. That's how people are. Now, in her bit, she did take shots at OW and Tyler Perry. I expected that. I seen some of the clips, some of the previews. Eh, I guess, whatever. That was expected, to be honest. By me, I expected her to take shots at Tyler Perry. She didn't mention Lee Daniels' name, but she did mention OW like twice. And she said that she supports Tyler Perry. Like, people were asking her, did you hear that Tyler Perry got his own studio? What do you think? What do you think? And she said in her bit or whatever, that she's proud of that brother. You know how Monique is. I'm proud of that brother. I wish him well. I'm proud of him. I got love for that brother. Whatever. So I was just like, that's why I said she came across as like a motivational speaker that cussed a lot. I guess. Now she was, y'all ready for this? She was on stage for 12 minutes. 12. The special is an hour and 10 minutes long. So her stand-up was only maybe about like 11 minutes or so, because she spent time, like the last couple of like seconds or whatever, she spent time introducing the next comedian. So this was the first and friends, 12 minutes. So I said, wow, yeah, okay, I guess Showtime wasn't playing. So next comedian comes out, T-Dub. I'm not familiar with him. I haven't heard of him before. He looked great. He looked very handsome guy. And like I said, Monique said that she had a requirement for everybody to, like, dress up. So he had on a suit. So I mean, that was nice. He had on little dress shoes. As far as him, I let me know if you guys ever heard of T-Dub. He said he's from Chicago. I never, like I said, I never heard of him. I think I giggled like twice when he was on stage. He was on stage for 10 minutes. Yeah, I think it was like 10 minutes. And then when he was finished, Monique came back out and she went on to introduce the next comedian. Now, the next comedian is Just Niche. Now, I've heard of her, but I'm not familiar with her comedy. And I'm going to tell you right now, Just Niche was funny as heck. Like, she was on for 10 minutes as well. I laughed the entire 10 minutes that Just Niche was on stage. Now, I don't want to repeat any of her jokes because I want you to see it just so you can see it for yourself. Some people may plan on seeing Monique's special. Some people may not. But if you can find the clip on like YouTube or online, Just Niche, I encourage you to watch it. She did an excellent job. Like, she was a natural. You could tell she was comfortable on stage. She had great stage presence. She had fun. So I'm not going to repeat any of her jokes, like I said, just in case somebody wants to go back and or go and actually watch the special. I think it's worth watching just to, like, just to see, and also to support Monique, because I like Monique. I do. I've said that before. So I support. But Just Niche, tens across the board in my opinion. She was funny as hell. Like, her energy was so good, like so high, and she was just so cool. It was like one of your funny homegirls, or funny family members, just cracking jokes, you know what I mean, over a family dinner. But her jokes were also well constructed. Like, was having well constructed. So if you guys can find it online, Just Niche from Monique and Friends. See if it's only 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure somebody will put it up online. But yeah, I encourage you to watch. Like I said, she did an excellent job. So I give her a 10. I have to say, I'm gonna be honest, I give her a 10. Now Monique came back out after Just Niche was done, and at this point, Monique changed her outfit, and she had a nice little glittery pants ensemble, looking like a solid gold dancer, but not gold, glittery. She looked great, and her energy was high throughout the entire um, special, Monique's. So Tone X was next. So she introduced Tone X. Now him, I'm familiar with him as a comedian. It was good to see him. I haven't seen him in a long time. He's like old school. He used to be on. I've seen him on Comic View. I've also seen him on other stand-up specials like on Showtime, because Showtime has, HBO used to have a lot of stand-ups, but Showtime he was on Martin's God, I can never remember, First Amendment comedy tour. I seen him on there. So when I seen him, I was like, oh yes, Tone X, I remember him. You could tell that he's a seasoned comedian. His jokes also were well constructed. His energy was great. The audience responded to him well. Yeah, that's about it. It's not that he wasn't funny. I don't think that he's not funny, but he's just like, the excitement of Monique coming out with this special. I needed it to be consistent. Like I needed everybody to have the same energy that Just Niche had. Just Niche, phenomenal. And like I said, Auntie Monique, she was, giving fashions. She did her little outfit change and she looked nice. Tone X, his set was like 10 minutes also. Monique did a great job bringing out like each comedian. She showed them mad love. Like if I was gonna go out on stage, I want Monique to introduce me, because when I tell you that she got the audience ready, she had like positive words to say about all these people, and you could tell it was genuine. It wasn't forced. It wasn't fake. Monique, a loving person. You could tell that she just wants to be so positive. Don't try Auntie Monique, because she will cuss you out. But she had fun. You could tell that she was really, really excited. She didn't look nervous. She wasn't rusty. So that is good. So we move on to the next comedian, and it is Corey Bell, Miss Corey Bell. Now, I did like the way that Monique introduced her. You can tell that Monique and her are cool. She's really like, they had like a little handshake when Monique came out and when Corey Bell came out, and she had like a shawl on, Corey Bell, and she did like a 1-2 spin, and Monique took her shawl, and it was fun. So she was excited about Corey Bell. She said that Corey Bell had contacted her on social media, excuse me, and Monique wasn't going to answer. So after she answered, I guess they started like, talking, and Monique familiarized herself with her work. Now Monique is saying all of this before she even introduced before Corey Bell comes out. So like I said, she introduced everyone with so much love, and she really, she really rocks with these people. So it was good to see. All right. Oh, got some more people in the chat. Good morning. Good morning. Mo said solo stand-up is forthcoming. So I guess she has some agreement with that. That's what I was. Let me see if I can pin this. Oh God, y'all bear with me now. Yeah, this is what I was wondering. I was actually going to get into that. I said this on the What the Friday show, I think. I'm wondering if this is going to be a recurring. To me, after watching this, it would make sense to make this a recurring thing for Monique, because she can do it. She's a great host. I don't know. Maybe she got as far as her and a 1-hour stand-up from Monique, not that she can't do it, but I don't know. I like this format, because that's what I was trying to look up and wonder, like, is this going to be a recurring thing? I think it should be. And I think that every week she should bring out a new set of comedians and then have some familiar faces, just like Martin did. Like I said, everything that I suspected about this when I did the video about Monique before this came out, it's like, okay, yeah, I seen it. She should do this every week with Showtime, just like Martin did with First Amendment stand up. Martin didn't get on stage. He had I forgot the name of the guy. He was like the host, and Martin was up in the balcony, watching or whatever. And there were several comedians. I think the show was like 1 hour. There were several comedians, and they were rotating every week. They came out, so this would be a good look for Monique. I don't think that this should be the first and last. I think they probably did this to test the waters to see, like, what response they get. But yeah, a solo stand-up is forthcoming. I want to see it. I do. Monique's energy is perfect for the stage. Like, her energy is like so contagious. Like, it's so like uplifting. This is what she does. This is what she does. And I definitely think that Showtime should, like, ink a deal with her to make this a recurring thing. She could shine light on newer comedians, and she could still keep some of the OGs or whatever. So yeah, the Monique special came on already. It came on yesterday at 10. Yeah. So let me get back into where was I? Corey Bell, right? So Corey Bell was another comedian that came out. Hey, greetings. Welcome to the Morning Boogie Morning Show. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to stop and say what's up to everybody as they're entering. Okay, Corey Bell. We're talking about Monique. If you're just joining, we're talking about Monique and Friends. It aired yesterday on Showtime. So I'm just giving my little recap and review. So Corey Bell, she had a 10-minute set also. Now, this is my opinion. She wasn't corny. I did like her jokes. She had good jokes, but I didn't really like snicker or chuckle really. Like, I don't know if those jokes were like, if I heard them before, or if it was just like, oh, okay, yeah, you're doing that bit about your kids getting on your nerves. I don't think she was corny. Like, I don't think she was corny. She had great energy on stage as well. She engaged with the audience, which is good. She was a little raunchy, and which is all right. I don't really like, it depends. I don't really care for raunchy comedy I'm lying. I do. I like raunchy, but not like when it comes to like sexually raunchy. I'm good off that. And not everybody can do it, not everybody. But anyway. So if you can't tell by now, like I said, I'm a snob when it comes to my stand-up comedy. And that's because in my head, I'm a stand-up comedian and I take my craft very seriously. Okay. So Corey Bell, she was on there. And then after each 10-minute set that the comedians had, they had like a little backstage scene where I don't even think it was a minute long. It's probably like 40 seconds where they're like, oh yeah, comedy means this to me. It was cute. Well edited. Production was great. Now let's move on. Now let's get into my fave. Okay, I knew they were going to save the best for last. I knew he would come through and crush it. He had more than 10 minutes. Everybody else had like 10 minutes or whatever. He had, how many minutes did he have? I think I wrote it down. He had a 14-minute set, and he was the last. Like I said, I knew he was going to crush it. Donnell Rawlings, a.k.a. Ashy Larry. Okay? So he had the longest set. And yes, I did count the minutes because I just knew he would have the longest set. Anyway, he came out with tons of energy. If you are familiar with Donnell Rawlings, I call him Ashy Larry. He will always be Ashy Larry to me. That was one of his characters on the Dave Chappelle show. So he came out with like tons of energy. Like, if you're familiar with him, you know what he gives. He was offensive to the audience. Like, he had controversial topics that he talked about. And I was cracking up from the time that he hit the stage before he even said anything, because it's like, he's like that favorite cousin that comes to the family function and you just start laughing as soon as you see them. Oh man, Donnell Rawlings is crazy. He's nuts. He's so nuts. Oh man, you ever just see somebody and they just start laughing before you even do anything? That's how it used to be with me, like at school, and at work. If we had like a meeting at work, or if we were in class or whatever, having an assembly or something like that, As soon as I would walk in, like some of my friends would be like, "B, don't start. Like, don't start." And I'm like, I didn't even do anything. I told you guys, I'm really a goofball. Anyway, so he came out with tons of energy, right? And he came out talking about controversial topics, and he talked about one person. Now I can't say his name, um, but he was the one who believed that he could fly, if you know what I mean. See, I just made that up. That's an original, by the way. So he was talking about that individual, and the audience. He was singing some of his songs, and the audience, they were like, no, 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 whatever, and he didn't care. Um, he was animated. He was silly as usual. That Ashley Larry can just stand on stage and not say nothing, and I would laugh at him. Like, he's so goofy, and I love that. Like, he was physical on the stage. He activated that physical comedy. His voice is already funny. He yells, and sometimes he tries to get that high pitched voice. His voice sounds raspy and hoarse. He's just silly. So he had me laughing, like I said, as soon as he walked out on the stage. So he had a 14-minute set, and at the end, Monique came back out and she introduced all of the comedians. One last time, like, give it up for T Dub, give it up for Tone X, Miss Corey Bell, and then she showed love to Donnell Rawlings. She called him a legend. Um, she said that she shared the stage with him on several occasions, yada yada yada. And he had on jeans. He didn't follow the dress code. He had on like jeans and sneakers and like a jacket, but he looked nice though. He listen, Anjanette, listen. That, first of all, thank you for catching that, and thank you for not putting the name in the chat. Nameless guy. I love it, yo. You funny. Listen, he said the same thing. Donnell Rawlings said that he still listens to, old boys music. I don't judge anyone. If you want to still listen to his music, nothing wrong with that. I can't say that I don't. I don't consciously when I play music, I play a lot of reggae music in my house. But anyway, I mean, if it comes on, if it's like a playlist, or if I'm at someone else's house or anywhere and I hear the song, like a song, I'm not going to be like, oh, how could you turn this off? No, I'm not doing that. Like, it's not that serious. Not that serious. As far as the music. Now, what that person did, yeah, that's very serious. But it is what it is. No, this is a judgment-free zone. Okay? So I know plenty of people that still listen to that music. It doesn't, I mean, I don't want to sound heartless and cruel. It doesn't really affect my everyday living. I think there's other things to worry about as it pertains to that individual, as opposed to people still listening to their music. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. So I don't want to stay on that, because I don't want nobody attacking me in the chat. So again, at the end, she introduced everybody one by one. She thanked everybody, and then she ended the show. So my faves, Just Niche and Donnell Rawlings. I'm telling you guys, please, if you can get the opportunity to find a clip of Just Niche from Monique and Friends live in Atlanta. She's funny. Like, she's just goofy. Like I said, I've heard of her before. I've heard her name before, but I've never seen any. That was the first time that I've ever seen any of her work, like, any of her comedy. So yeah, Donnell is funny. He had on jeans. I mean, he had on black jeans, a black jacket, but he was funny though. Donnell, I was most excited to see him. I talked about that when I did the video prior to this coming out. I was excited. I said, I'm excited to see Donnell Rawlings. It's smart that she has Donnell Rawlings, because he does a lot of he still does a lot of, like, touring, if you want to call it that. He still does his shows in comedy clubs. He's always in New York at the Laugh Factory. He's always working. So he has a crowd, so that's good. But yeah, the audience though, I have to say, the production was great. Production was really, really good. I didn't expect anything, Janky from Showtime. Monique, she looked amazing. She just looked so happy. She did. She wasn't forcing it. I think I'm not gonna lie. I laughed at two of Monique's jokes. The like laugh, like natural, like caught me off guard. Like, oh, that's funny. And it was because of a facial expression that she did, or an expression that she did. So, like I said, she wasn't corny, but I never thought that Monique was like Donnell Rawlings, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock funny. To me, like gut busting. Like I'm tuning into a Dave Chappelle special because I know he's gonna have me rolling, because that is his comedic style, is what I like. Same thing with Chris Rock. That makes you think, kind of like, little intellectual, little nerdy. I like that type of comedy. I also like the slapstick foolishness with Donnell Rawlings, real life situations. Monique is real life. She has real life situations, but they don't punch. They don't punch. That's, to me. A lot of people find her funny, but the crowd was great. Everybody was excited to see her. She looked amazing. So I have to give it. I'm gonna be honest. Overall, and I'm gonna give overall the show a 10. I am. I'm gonna give it a 10. Even though the other comedians didn't really like make me bust out laughing. I went in with no expectations except for Donnell Rawlings, because I already knew what he was gonna give. He's funny. And he did a bit. I didn't hear this bit before that he did. And you could tell, to me, it seemed like he was freestyling. Like, it seemed like these weren't written jokes to me. I could be wrong, but anyway. So I give it a 10. I say it's worth checking out. Because Monique's energy was great, she looked great. The energy of the crowd was great. The atmosphere was great. I think that trumps her jokes. I think that trumps her jokes. And she showed up and she gave a show. People may not have laughed that hard, or I may not have laughed that hard at her jokes, but the audience found her extremely hilarious. They were very responsive. I love the fact that they kept shouting out, like, "We love you, Mo. You look good, girl." I love that, because that lets Monique know that regardless of the troubles and the issues that you're having with some people in the industry, people rock with you. Like, I rock with Monique. Like, I'm not paying to go. No, I can't say I wouldn't pay to go to a Monique show, but she's not my top 5 comedians. But I still rock with her. I respect that lady. And that's okay. That's okay that she didn't make me laugh and crack up and stuff like that. But I appreciate it, and I enjoyed her energy. I enjoyed the outfit change. I enjoyed the respect and the love that she showed the audience. Like I said, she's a motivational speaker type cussing comedian, right? But some of the things that she said when she was being serious, I appreciated it. It was like your auntie talking to you, your wise auntie talking to you. And I can't say that there was anything that I did not like about this show, honestly. I mean, I think it was an hour long, but you know what? It was portioned very well. We got Monique as the host. She got to bring out other comedians. They finished off with Ashley Larry. There isn't anything that I didn't like about the show. There isn't. And I am glad that Showtime did come up with the idea for Monique to bring other people onto the special, because she needed it. She did need it. Not to try to, how do I say this? Not to try to save her because she was drowning on the stage, but she needs that energy. Monique is very big on, like, the group. Like, she wants to take everybody with her. That's how she appears. I could be wrong. But in her professional life, it just seems like that, in front of the camera. So, yeah, I can't say that there's anything that I disliked about it. Like, there were a couple of times that I had to pause, because I was just like, all right, let me just go in with no expectations, because some of the jokes were like, all right, Monique, move this along, but like I said, seeing her on that stage, she was a gracious host. Again, energy of the entire show was on point. Just Niche and Ashley Larry, those were my faves if I had to choose. So yeah. So I got 6 more days of my free trial of Showtime. Got a 7-day trial, y'all. So I got 6 more days. So let me know if there's anything else that I should check out on Showtime. Oh, because real talk, once this trial is up, I will be canceling. Okay. For real. All right, let me get into some of these comments. Greetings, Tatiana. Hey, hey, hey. LB says, I'll pay to go see Monique, especially with hair. Oh, what? I don't know if I would. I don't know if I could say I would, or if it depends. All right, it depends on the price of the ticket and the venue. I would want to go see Monique just to see Monique, like, hey, Auntie Monique, what's up? Let's chop it up, crack a couple jokes. But I don't know. Yeah, Donnell is funny. Donnell is definitely funny. So, I mean, if there's anything on Showtime, y'all, that you think I should check out, because I need to add some. Oh, Power. Power is about to be over, y'all. I watch a lot of TV. Ever since I was little, I've always been addicted to television. And you know what show that I used to watch when I was like in the single digits faithfully? Saturday Night Live. Because okay, here's a little fun fact about me, guys. I always wanted to be on SNL. Like when I was younger, I used to write skits. I used to like act like I was acting in like soap operas and stuff. Oh God! And plus, I was melodramatic as a kid. I probably still not so much now. I'm a little more callous now, but I watch a lot of TV. That's why I always make references to TV shows in my videos. TV junkie. This TV now, I don't watch as much TV as I used to because it's just not a lot of stuff worth watching, really. Like it was back in the day. But yeah, I really enjoyed I enjoyed it for what it was, man. I really did. I enjoyed the energy. I enjoyed just the atmosphere. Monique is so happy. I really want this to be a recurring thing for her. Showtime should definitely make this a recurring thing because then it doesn't really force Monique to like have to stand on stage for an hour. She could just do a little, 15-minute yang 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 and then introduce other comedians. I like that type of show. It's like Comic View. It's just like Comic View. And Monique was on Comic. I don't remember if she hosted Comic View, but Monique was on Comic View back in the day. Sure, Underwood was on there. Flame Monroe. I remember Flame Monroe. A lot of people have been introduced to Flame Monroe now. Flame Monroe was on The Breakfast Club. Flame was also on Queen Supreme Court. That's T.S. Madison's show. She has it on YouTube, Periscope. I don't know if she streams on Instagram, but I remember Flame Monroe from back in the day on Comic View. So yeah, like I said, I wanted to be a stand-up comedian or a comedic actress. So I was obsessed with SNL. I could name some shows that most of you probably would be like, wait, I don't remember that. I used to stay up late. Saturday nights, used to watch the Apollo, used to watch SNL, then Apollo, and then after that, it was Uptown Comedy Club. Used to come on after the Apollo. Anyway, I'm going down. You stayed in front of the TV. You know why? Because there was so much, like there was sitcoms and family sitcoms and everything was just simpler back in the day. Remember on Fridays? Oh my God. Okay, tell me if y'all remember this. Remember TGIF on Fridays? Remember it used to be oh damn. Was it Step by Step? Family Matters, Full House? Come on. Remember when they changed the is it called the dinosaurs? Where they were a family, they were dinosaurs or whatever. It was Robbie, then it was the little baby, not the mama. Remember they had that on TGIF Fridays too? Come on, man. I stayed in front of the TV. Seriously. Yep. Good times, man. Good times. Did you guys watch Growing Up Hip Hop yesterday? Growing Up Hip Hop LA? My review is up for those who haven't seen it. Let me tell you something. We need to have a family meeting, all right? But we need to have a family meeting about Pep. Good grief. What is going on with her? And also, I talked briefly about Brianna was on live. Brianna Latrice, she was on Instagram live last week or whenever it was, and Egypt, she snuck her. She snuck her. Yeah, Brianna went over to Egypt's house to talk. Pep was there, Sam was there, and then after the situation, Brianna went live and said that, I can't believe she did this to me. And you could tell that Brianna was hurt because she always looked at Egypt as a little sister. Now, she didn't show the actual, situation. She just went live afterwards. So I thought about it. I said, is she telling the truth? But she was trying to tell Egypt, to come back outside. Sam, Pep, and Egypt, they were in the house. And I think production was there because once Egypt snuck Brianna, security kind of got a hold of her, and then they went back in the house. So Brianna's trying to get her to come outside, and she's not. She was very ticked off, and she said that she's quitting the show. This is the second time she quit. But if that's true, then they played Brianna, tried to set her up, Yeah, I mean, if Brianna is telling the truth about that, about what what's her name did to her, I'm not feeling that at all. I'm definitely not feeling that. So, yeah, when you guys get a chance, you could check out the review if you missed the actual show. I try to do my reviews for people who may not have access to cable TV or may not be able to see the show or every episode of the show. So that's why sometimes I'll do a play-by-play, like Sisters. Some people don't watch Sisters, but they'll watch the reviews, and I totally appreciate it. Look, Tyler Perry ain't paying me no money to promote his show. So that's why I come on and, talk about it with you guys. Yeah, listen, Brianna is, let me tell you what I think. I don't think that Brianna is going to do anything to her. You know why? Because to me, this is just my opinion. I think that she loves Egypt so much and she looks at her like a little sister, and Brianna will drag Egypt. And it's like, why bother? You know what I mean? And what she should do though is she should press charges on her. And she's 21 now, right? Even if she wasn't 21, she could have been 17. Press charges on her. That will teach her a lesson because she really has that. I don't know what is wrong with her mother, with Pep. We know what's wrong with her man. But for them to that's so crazy. Brianna was always very protective of Egypt. So like I said, if this is true, Brianna went live after the fact. If this is true and that happened, that's a sucker move. Straight up sucker. And who put you up to this? Probably Sam. I don't think Brianna's gonna put hands on her. I don't see it, honestly. Because I think that she knows that she will, she knows that she will drag her. And she's like a little sister. It wouldn't benefit Brianna to do anything like that. So what she should do though is I think she should press charges on her though. Seriously. She should. All right, y'all. Power, right? I said that Power is coming on tonight. I watch at midnight. The series finale, not season, but series finale airs at midnight. So we're going to find out if Ghost is alive or not and who did it. Now, I definitely will be reviewing that. I have been reviewing Power on my channel, so make sure you guys check it out once the video is up. Usually that goes up early Sunday morning because I watch it at midnight. But I did see the leaked episode. Okay, I said this in my last review. I didn't go into it. I didn't do a review of the leaked episode because I'm hoping that the actual episode that's going to air on Stars is different from what I seen, that leaked episode. Because if that's how it's going to end, it's whack. It's predictable and whack. No suspense, no excitement. Okay, and Courtney Kemp, she did say that she was aware of some of the leaked scenes. There were 2 alternate scenes. And then she said that she was also aware of the leaked episode. So I'm hoping, being the smart Taurus woman that she is, that she will totally switch it up on us. And as far as the leaked episode, that smells like 50 Cent, right? Like, I don't know. He's a total troll. So I wouldn't be surprised if he leaked the episode trying to get people to end one way and it's totally going to end differently. But I am looking forward to seeing if the episode is going to be, the actual episode is going to be different from the leaked episode. Because if that's how it's, like I said, if that's how it's going to end, whack. So I want to ask you guys a question. You're here for Power? Yeah, Power. That's a great show. Well written show. There were some episodes that, ticked off the audience. Some of us as watchers didn't like the wins went, but Courtney Kemp did a great job with kind of putting everything back together, like, turning everything back around. I have to say the best episode of this season 6 was Tommy's episode. Yes, Courtney is a Taurus. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's one of us, LB. She's one of us. Can't you tell she's a smart? Tauruses are very artistic. They're into the arts. I think she's a great writer. I think she's smart as heck. You know what I mean? Like, smart as heck. I can tell, because I've been watching the show for so long, I can always tell when Courtney Kemp writes an episode. I do like the fact that in the last 2 seasons, like this season and the season prior, she's putting like a lot of new writers on, which is what you need, Tyler Perry. She's putting a lot of writers on, and yeah, sometimes we may not like the episode in its entirety, but I'm all for you bringing everybody along with you as you go along. You know what I mean? Because you can't do everything by yourself. And that is why the show has remained successful. It stars highest rated show, 6 seasons. And then there are several spinoffs that are going to take place. So Courtney is smart. Like, she knows that she's good at what she does. But if you're a leader, right? Because everybody thinks that it's 50 Cent's show. He's the executive producer, and yes, he put up the money, and as far as promotion is concerned. But I always correct people. This is Courtney Kemp's show. She is the writer. In the beginning seasons of Power, 50 Cent didn't write, direct, produce anything. That was all Courtney Kemp. And people end up forgetting. People forget that. They're like, 50 Cent show. But he likes all that attention. It's all good. Us Tauruses, we cool. We don't even have to, we can walk into a room and we'll get attention. We don't have to request it. We don't have to be in front of the camera. Our personalities and our energy is just like that. Some of us, I know some Tauruses that are, a bit wild. But anyway, do you guys think that Ghost is dead? Be honest with me. 50 makes me drink while he's playing with my emotions. Oh, I can't. I like that. Listen, it just makes you so anxious. Like, as soon as it's like 11:45, it's like, all right, I gotta get everything in order. Come on. And at 12:01, I'm on it. I'm on Stars on Demand. So let me tell you something. Oh, you a turn up Taurus? What does that mean? I used to be a turn up Taurus in my younger years, when I was a young girl. I don't turn up anymore. Like, what do you mean by turn up? Everybody's definition is turn up. Like, I'm not, trust me, you're not finding me in the club. At a day party, you will. Oh, yes. At a day party by the waterfront, where there's boats and brunch. Yes. But honey, after like 7 o'clock, 7:30, after 8 o'clock, it's time for mama to go home. Okay? It's time for me to go home. I don't think he is dead. Ghost is as dead as Elvis. I think he is alive. I think, just like Biggie said, it was all a dream. I hope I'm right. I don't know. Because, okay, did you guys see the leaked episode? I'm not giving anything away. I'm not spoiling it because people, oh my God, people get uptight if you see the episode before them or any episode before them and you make a mere mention of something that happened, not necessarily giving away. People are in an uproar. They start fights on social media based on the leaked episode, right? If that's how it's really going to end, what proof do we have that Ghost is dead? That's all I'm gonna say, because I know some people didn't see the leaked episode. So Of course I know what you mean, LB. Of course I do. Yeah, it's funny because like I'm a how do you just say this? I'm an outgoing introvert. I become an outgoing introvert, right? Like I don't hold anything back either, but I'm reserved. You know what it is? I know when to say what I need to say. And when I say it, I'm not holding back. I'm the type of person that I will watch you. I will let you do what you want to do, right? So I can see how you move. So I can see what you would rather do. I'll give you enough rope to hang yourself. And then you have people, and plus Tauruses, most Tauruses are not easily influenced. Like we kind of march to the beat of our own drum. They call it stubborn. I just call it like, how am I stubborn? Because I don't want to do what you want me to do. Nah, you know. So that's what I'm saying. See, Antoinette, right? Ooh, Nigerian food. You gonna bring some jollof rice to the repast? Oh yeah, because I asked that in one of my reviews. I said, if Ghost is dead, what y'all bringing to the funeral? What y'all bringing to the repast? Exactly, Anjanette. Exactly. And I don't want to say too much because some people may not have seen some people chose not to watch the leaked episode because they just don't want to be, they don't want any confusion, I guess. That is, see, exactly. Neither did I. Who got the body? Who got the body? What funeral home got the body? And I understand the whole dang, I don't want to. I think episode, because I'm gonna get episode 14 and 15 mixed up. Okay, remember on Paz's episode when Paz was at uh the estate lawyer? Did you guys catch that estate lawyer is Elvin from the Cosby Show? I told you I watch a lot of TV. Anyway, good to see him working. When Paz was at the estate lawyer, and remember Tommy's mother was walking out or whatever, and she's just like all excited and stuff like that. And then we seen in Tommy's episode that, oh, he left, Ghost left me a little something, he left you a little something too. I get all of that, but we cannot forget that Ghost is a calculated man. And see, I wouldn't be surprised if Ghost, the character, is a Taurus, because he knows, he studies his enemies. He knows everything that they're going to do because they're all predictable. All of them. Tommy, Tasha, Tariq, all of Sax, they're all predictable, and he uses that to his advantage. Don't judge me, y'all, but I don't think that Ghost is dead. I don't. And I could be totally wrong. Just don't call me stupid. I'm okay. I'm totally okay if I'm wrong. I'm ready. I'm totally ready. Like, I believe that Courtney is going to pull the okie doke on us, and that leaked episode is not what we're going to see tonight. If I'm wrong, that's fine. That's true too, LB. That's true. They may show the body in the That's true. Dang. See, I almost slipped up. I will say this. At the end of episode 15, the leaked one that I saw, they went into showing a little bit of the spinoff, and they showed, this is not a giveaway, but they showed Angie, James, and Tommy. I think they're either supposed to be in middle school, or yeah, they're supposed to be in middle school and getting ready to go into high school. And what I noticed was James and Angie were outside the school talking, and she had a booklet for Choate, which is a high school. Choate is not like a college. That's where Tariq was going. That's the school that he ended up getting kicked out of. So I thought that was interesting. That's probably why James wanted Tariq to go to that school, because that's the school that Angie always wanted. I think she ended up going there, right? Yeah, she did. She ended up going there. I think they mentioned that in one of the episodes in the past before Angela got murked. Ah, boy. Who's on? Oh, Elvin? Oh, really? See, my mother watches that show. Lord, I have never seen one episode of The Have and the Have-Nots. I promise you. But every time my mother talks to me about that show, she does not remember that I keep telling her that I don't watch the show. Same thing with my grandmother. But I can tell you, I know just about everything. I don't remind him anymore. I just listen. I've never seen an episode of that show. But my mother will be like, "Oh my God, the Have and the Have-Nots is coming back." I'm like, it just went off like 3 off like the beginning of January and come back like the beginning of February. It keeps definitely in rotation. Yo, you guys are hilarious. Oh, but Choate is not a college though. Her son is. I thought Choate was a college too, but it's a private high school. Yeah, because Tyreek is in high school, right? Am I tripping? Because I thought like you have dorm rooms and stuff like that for a high school. Dang, every time I go to say something, I'm about to give it away. In the last episode, I need to listen. Let me tell you something. My mother, honey, that's an Aries woman, an Aries Island woman, and she is like, she will talk and talk, and that's probably where I get it from. Because my family, the women in my family, are very outspoken. The men, not so much. They're more like laid back, but very serious. Laid back. But the women, honey, in my family, all take the lead, honey. They are all of them. Now, nobody does any emasculating or no disrespecting of anybody like that. But it's a whole bunch of at family functions. It's a whole bunch of cackling going on, and it's loud. Same thing with some of the men. Domino game going on. You think people are fighting, but no, we just a loud family. But my mother, oh my God, she will call and be like, "So and so from the Have and the Have Not," and I don't, like I said, I just put the phone on speaker and I listen, and I'm like, I don't watch that show, right? Oh, I keep forgetting. No, you don't. She's funny. Yeah, nah, I'll pass. I'm just so not interested. Like the Oval, somebody suggested, like, hey, do you watch the Oval? You should give it a try. First of all, okay. After the first episode, I was like, nah, I'm good. I was totally like, nah, I'm good. Because the first lady and the president, I know the president is he white or mixed? He's white. And the first lady, she's black. Why were I thought it was like, okay, they're getting ready to go to bed. And then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. They slapping each other, throwing each other up against the wall. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm so good on that. Like, I was cracking up laughing. I did watch the show, but the episode, but I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. I immediately took it off my DVR. I was like, what is this crap? Like, are you serious? And then gonna ask for hair and makeup after y'all just finished beating each other up. What is this? He okay. This is not supposed to be funny, but I was like, he's pulling her bundles. Oh my God. I was mortified. I couldn't do it. Oh man. Come back like this cold weather. No. Uh-uh. No, yeah, fighting and whatnot. Yes, I definitely will be reviewing Power Book 2. Ah, boy. Even though Mary J. Blige is not my favorite actress, I do like Mary J. Blige as an artist. I had the What's the 401 album on tape. That's how way back me and Mary go. But I think Method Man is gonna do a good job. I think he's gonna do a good job, depending on what his character is. But as far as acting, I think he's gonna do a good job. Mary, I'm looking forward to seeing an improvement in her acting. Because what's the name of that Tyler Perry movie that she was in? She played the bartender, and Taraji was in that movie too. And remember, she was in her mother died, and she was in love with that Spanish looking guy. I can't remember the name of the movie. They all like are the same. All of them are the same. But yeah, I wasn't really a fan of her acting in that movie. And she had a small role. You were a bartender, Mary. Jesus. But I'm gonna support Mary because I got love for her. Definitely got love for her. So I'm interested in seeing Power Book 2. I'm not going in with the expectation that it's going to be just like Power. And I think at first it's going to be an adjustment for people. People are going to be like, oh, this is wet, especially depending on how Power ends. You know, people are going to be in their emotion. But to my knowledge, it's not going to be coming out until the summer. Who knows? 50 is always trolling us and giving us misinformation because before when they were promoting it or whatever, they were saying that in 48 hours Power Book 2 is going to start. But I read something that 50 posted saying that it's not going to come out until the summer. So it's like at this point I don't even care. Like whenever it comes out, it comes out, you know. We've gotten used to prolong, you know, waiting periods as it pertains to Power. Darn a whole darn year we had to wait for this season to come back. Then the mid-season break, a mess. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I Can Do Bad All by Myself, right? I think that's the name of the movie. Yeah, that's it. That movie was a mess. I was just like, what? Good to see Mary though. Hopefully Mary will be serving looks. She better not be like a crackhead or anything like that. I don't want to see Mary as no crackhead. Is she supposed to be Ghost's mother? That'd be interesting. Because wasn't Ghost's mother alcoholic or something like that? I don't know. If it's bad, trust me, the people will express how they feel on social media. But yes, I definitely will be reviewing Power Book 2. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what shows I should watch on Showtime before this 7-day trial is up. I got 6 more days. Because after the trial is up, like I said, the subscription is going back. So hopefully you guys are having a fantastic Saturday. It's good. I'm glad to see that you guys came back. Now there will be no morning show on Sunday. I originally said that I was just going to do this Monday through Friday, but every once in a while I'll jump on here Saturday. I always schedule the lives ahead of time, so when you see that in your news, so that you'll get the notification that I am live. Like I said, I had to push it back to 12 today because I almost burnt my mama biscuits this morning. But normally Monday through Friday, the morning boogie with me, Royal B, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, Power, that'll be up tomorrow. Now let me just be honest. If it ticks me off and if it's the same episode that I saw, the leak, I don't know. I don't know if I'll even be putting anything up early. But either way, make sure your notifications are on. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by to hang out with us, chill with the royal family. If you haven't subscribed, consider doing so. Hit the subscribe button and make sure your notifications are on. My royals, LB and Jeanette. Let me go back. I know Tatiana was in here. Hold up. This is so bad. I can't even see this thing. I'm telling you, y'all, I need some new glasses. Donna Dixon, thank you for stopping by. Some of you, I know I'm gonna miss somebody. JSTWTCHM3, thanks for stopping by. So, royal family, I'm heading out. Okay, I'm signing off. because I got some things to do. I have to do my taxes. I didn't even do my taxes yet. I totally forgot. Now, I normally do my taxes for the past 3 years I've been doing my taxes. So everything is all good, but if there's ever a time on here for a good 2 weeks or so, even a week, a whole week, then you know something is up. Okay. I should probably put my Cash App in the description just in case y'all don't see me for about a week or two. Then just know that they got me. You know, make sure you donate bail money because I might need it. So all of you have a fantastic weekend. Make sure you guys check out the Growing Up Hip Hop LA review. That's up. A new episode of What the Friday premiered yesterday. That's up. So check out the video. Make sure you share, like, drop comments. If you're watching the replay, hit the like button. If you enjoyed the commentary, drop down in the comments and share your thoughts about Monique and Friends. If you saw it, share your thoughts about Power. Do you think James St. Patrick is no more, or are we all being gooped? All right. So keep comments respectful. Please, no profanity in the chat. Your comment will be deleted. Royal family, I love you for watching. Have a fantastic weekend. And until next time, peace.